Welcome, returning and new subscribers. This is your goddess, high priestess, empress Alala Pantera. Welcome, loves. Welcome back. Greetings, love. Kershnikari ball. Transcend into the heavens, beloved. So, Kershnikari ball. You already know. Wow. It's amazing that as I started this live, that flame just got way bigger. And I can see the shape of the wick. It's like this. So, I'm going to allow Mama Universe and Papa Universe to, as always, relay the messages to the collective with the intention for this beautiful soul to transcend. Okay? So, and anyone else within the last 24 hours, there's a lot happening. Haven't been here for a few days, but I didn't feel those days of not being here. I was still here. So, I'm going to start with the angels and ancestors. And this is going to be one of those lives where I'm not, rushing into anything. I wouldn't say rushing, but moving as quickly as I may in other videos. So, that flame was not that big before I started. So, let us begin, y'all. Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to my angels, spirit guides, ancestors that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me for you and I collected to use our mind's eye to see, always in connection to the Most High. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So, I'm going to pull one card from the angels and ancestors for the collective. During this eclipse season, this is an intense eclipse season, I'll say that. Along with Mars square Neptune, where You want to be mindful of who you're surrounding yourself with, who you consider as energies that are close to you, because the light is shining bright on all that has been hidden as far as enemies are concerned. 111 November also connects to the number 9, ninth house energy, house of God, house of philosophy, house of self-knowledge, house of higher learning, house of travel, also the house of the child past life. Mm. Okay, so you can see the glare of the light. It's a pretty big flame. First card that comes out, summer. Bask in the joy and light. I agree. After going through a transformation or in the process of transcending, your next 3 days of resurrection should be glorious in order for that resurrection to happen. And resurrection means you're awakening in another realm or in this realm in connection to your higher self. Fire guardian sounds about right. I'm not even going to say right, but that's exactly what I'm sensing that's around right now as I keep mentioning this flame. Ignite your passions here. It's a lot of fire energy. Leo, Aries, Sag. And then we have autumn and the eagle. Autumn and the eagle. Autumn is represented by the raven. See from a higher perspective, release the old and rest. Reason why I did that sound, it feels like another Nipsey moment as far as the collective is concerned. But here's what I will say from my higher self. This is exactly why, okay? When I hear Black-owned business, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about it. Why? Because there's still an awakening that has to happen amongst that community. What's the solution to the real problem? It keeps getting swept under the rug. Granted, not all are vibrating from that energy, but obviously there's a lot more that must happen, right? In order to really see what the cause and effect is, or to even get to that point. I don't want to make this about my ideologies. I'm going to let spirit talk to y'all. So bask in joy and light, ignite your passion, see from a higher perspective, release the old and rest. Let me move on to another deck here. Where is, it's right here. Let's go to the animal spirit deck. I did pick up this other one, but I don't want that. I'm not feeling it. Where you at? So when it comes to any other racial group, you don't see it being it called or using the extent to, you know, mentioning the race of it first and then saying business. Your business is your business. Because you get to the root of it all. Every single one of us on this platform right now, you take all this skin off, all this complexion off, all this appearance off. All you got is a skull and bones. This is why. The whale. You're being guided to focus on emotional stability and listen to your inner guidance. The time has come for you to jump into action and go after what you desire. Now, desire has a lot to do with your heart and connection to the cosmos. We're going a little bit deeper. If you are alive on this planet, you have a heart. They didn't ask you what race you come from or what nationality you. They didn't ask you none of that. Just a heart in the cosmos. The time has come for you to jump into action and go after what you desire. Be playful and splash in the waters of life, creating new waves of abundance for you and others to enjoy. The whale, which also speaks of agility, imagination, and intuition. The word agility gives me the vision of a squirrel. So you may have been noticing more squirrels recently, like whenever you look outside your window, first thing you see is a squirrel. And we have the falcon. Nine of Pentacles energy here with this falcon, or Horus, which speaks of independence, knowledge, and clarity. You're being guided to observe. Listen to this message and listen to it clearly, y'all. Okay? Listen to this for yourself and those around you to bring balance into their energetic fields as well. Okay? You are being guided to observe, grow spiritually, find clarity, and rise above any relationship issues. You are being guided to observe, grow spiritually, find clarity, and rise above any relationship issues. Say that again. You are being guided to observe, grow spiritually, find clarity, and rise above any relationship issues. That last part, rise above any relationship issues, is not telling you to stay in something that has been abusing you mentally, physically, or spiritually. If there's a solution to a problem where two can come to a point to resolve it, so be it. But for some of you, your resolution is you taking your path and them taking theirs. There's no need for you to settle so deep that you forget who you are. No need. And for those of you who are new to this channel and listen to some of my messages, your first love is going to be yourself. Stop looking for love outside yourself. That's not where it starts. It starts with you. If you want to see it expressed from another outside of you. This is the age of the physical reality of your imagination. So what are you going to do about that now? Not tomorrow, now. Your intuitive nature, speed, and accuracy allow you to find and seize opportunity effortlessly. Grew up in a society where you have to work hard. Yeah, you will. If you're still locked into mental slavery, competing against each other, you will absolutely have to work hard. But if you work smart, you'll realize that every single being out here, regardless of their spirituality or religion, is skull and bone. Everything, actually, as far as anything outside of plants and trees and things of that nature. Your intuitive nature, speed, and accuracy allow you to find and seize opportunity effortlessly. Your intuitive nature. So you had 2,000 years to lock this in, your intuitive nature, throughout the age of Pisces. Now you're in the age of Aquarius, where you would still have to utilize that part of you along with logic, but bringing them both together. And even more so, speaking of the ascension, a lot has been happening on this planet from the shoulders down. Very few operated from the top of their heads to the soles of their feet. Okay. And then we have the bear. The bear came out, and this one came face down. The bear speaks of unconditional love, playful and protective. You are being guided to rest and enjoy yourself and others. Create balance in your life. That's the next line. But create balance in your life, so that way you can connect to what you're being guided to do, to rest. You may have to put in some work here to create that balance. And once you do, rest and enjoy yourself and others that bring more of that balance into your life. And continue your journey of following your truths. Okay? You will intuitively know when. You have control over that. How belongs to source. To take inspired action. Once again, you will, okay? Those two, that word will right there has to do with your solar plexus. Intuitively has to do with your throat chakra. And between your solar plexus and your throat chakra, from those three words, you will intuitively know. Well, you got another sign right now that speaks of Aquarius or your logic in your heart. But before we even get to that point, even when you're writing a sentence, you can see how the chakras are speaking for themselves. You will, solar plexus, intuitively know. This knowing part that comes after will and intuitively has to do with the balance of the solar plexus, the heart chakra, and the throat chakra. Those three being in alignment means that the other two are also in alignment, because we're not going to do that shit about when one thing is out, the other one is. When one is out, they all out. Because they're static, or there's a mischarge when it comes to the alignment for the frequency to just flow naturally. It's like having a small ass pebble in your shoe. It could be the smallest thing, but it'll fuck up your whole stride. You will intuitively know when and how to take inspired action. Inspired action comes from outside of you. Motivation is internal. Okay? So you will intuitively know when and how. The how belongs to source. You don't have to think of how your heart is beating. It's just beating. This is where the how comes into play. Your heart is a perfect example of the how as far as it's beating and keeping you alive. So this is why when some of you ask yourself, how am I going to do this? You out of alignment when it comes to what you have a handle on. That belongs to source. That belongs to the universe. And a little bit further, when it comes to you, it would be your subconscious mind. But however, what's in your subconscious mind has to do with what it is that you're surrounding yourself with consciously. Because what you're consciously aware of and unaware of, you're downloading into your subconscious mind, along with its own system of operations that it already has a handle on when it comes to things you don't have to even think about, like your heart beating. Okay. You will intuitively know when and how to take inspired action. You have immense inner wisdom and physical strength. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. The only thing you can't do in this world is exactly what you tell yourself you can't do. Especially in this age, there's way too much information for anybody to be saying, I can't do something. If you can't do something, your problem, honestly, is patience. Because you have to deprogram yourself from this quick rich scheme in terms of even when it comes to healing. Now the collective is getting more drawn to get into the root of the problem, which may not even be physical. And if you heard what I just said, you heard me. Because we're going to be wise about this thing too. We're going to be real wise about it. You feel me? So, I'm going to read the whole thing again here. You will intuitively know when and how to take inspired action. You have immense inner wisdom and physical strength. Have also speaks of the second house, Venus house, also connected to Taurus. That is the next full moon that we have, which is the lunar eclipse, total blood moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, which is represented by the Six of Pentacles. And we know the Six of Pentacles to be about reciprocity. It's time for you to be wise about where reciprocity is. And a lot of these placements that we have at this current moment energetically is helping you to see where this is and what needs to shift, what needs to go, and what can remain. But remember, you also got that free will. Because you're going to intuitively know. You will intuitively know. But you will have to make a practical choice. Okay? Let me go on to some other cards, y'all. Let's go to the moon cards. Yeah, I figured. As I said that, the moon's right there when I looked up. I'm on a whole different vibe, y'all. Just know. Shit gonna change around here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's always changing. But this type of change, thought I was a warrior then. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. You know what I advise y'all to do? When you have a moment, it's free on YouTube. Watch In Time, the movie with Justin Timberlake. Rewatch it. For some of you, it's a rewatch, but watch it. Watch the movie In Time. You see exactly what I'm saying. But the one part I will mention is when Justin Timberlake was given all that time, it was from somebody who physically looked like me, but was 105 years old. And he told him a lot. But the main thing that I'm drawn to right now is this entire planet could be immortal, but they'll tell you no, because where would you put everyone? What supplies would you give everyone for them to thrive to that level of immortality? But immortality is not fully connected to the material sustenance that most people feel that they would need to get to that point. Once this planet realizes that, the inhabitants of this planet realizes that, there's more than enough for everyone here. More than enough. Not enough, more than enough. Which means there'll be leftovers. And it's the perfect example as to the power of the mind and perception and what you give power to. Watch the movie In Time. And when you do, come back to this video and comment that you watched it, because I'm going to be looking out for you in the next videos that I do. So we have here, look at the bigger picture, time to take action. As we're saying, that Sagittarius and Aries and those angels and ancestors card was given nothing but this energy. For some of you, my advice to you would be, because when we speak of a hot-blooded temperament, we're speaking of Aries energy. So if you have people around you who are of that zodiac placement or ruled by Mars, from this eclipse season and 6 months out, be more to yourself if you realize that these energies are not able to control themselves. There is no veil at this point. So there's a lot of energy flowing around. Okay? And so many of you are destined for so much. You better make sure those you have around you are spiritually strong. Do not have no weak fuckers around you. Because when that weak vibration round up its army, it's with around the energy that don't know how spiritually they inclined they could be or should be, that shit never ends well. Okay, so look at the bigger picture. It's time to take action. I'm going to pull. My eyes getting all teary-eyed and shit. When I tell you I'm over it, over the fuckery of humanity. I am. Passion ignited. As I'm about to say, I held back in terms of my power when it comes to certain things. Not no more. Not no more. So you may see me a little less. You'll see me, but I got work to do. I got work to do. Those of you know who you are, you know what I mean. We got work to do. Definitely just saw the moon card and the 3 of swords as I'm saying this too. The Tower and the Hangman. 1712. There's a descending into this realm of the Star of David. The truth of man, the God in man. And when I say I'm tired of humanity, that's what I'm speaking from. You see this? Don't they look the same? These two right here? That's the epitome right here of the sacrifice. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. There's going to be clarity. There's going to be a triumph. At this rate, as a divine feminine, this is pure Kali energy. No more questions. Your Honor. And when I say Your Honor, I'm speaking of the infinite creator of all. It's slow because I'm speaking low. And it's also, if it's slow, this may not be a message for you. This is the type of time I'm on a date. What's the Tower and the Hangman energy here? There's some major shifts happening based off an enlightenment. It says, look at the bigger picture. It's time to take action. Queen of Pentacles, more Capricorn energy, more Saturn energy. Saturn ain't nothing to play with now. We know this. Every 29 years, Saturn steps in and asks you that question each and every time, what you gotta let go of. And let it good, let it good, let it go for your highest purpose. Let it good. Like angels and ancestors, gods, goddesses could be right in front of you, telling you, let something go for your greatest purpose. Some of you will still hold on. For whatever reason, whether if it's money, because of a family member, because of time, that's the one thing Saturn does not want to hear, is time. When it corresponds to the traveler, the time traveler. Do you want to heal, or do you want to be in more pain? Because the in-between in this age, it's not something you want to feel. And I'm speaking more to the tribe of Judah. That's a research tip right there. Tribe of Judah. Look further into it. I'm not going to speak more on it right now, though. Unless something else comes up. Here we have Jupiter in Pisces. The wellness of the collective. Politicians, celebrities, anyone that is at that higher mark, as far as the collective sees them to be that way, or gives them that power to be based on their support to that. Jupiter in Pisces is all about that. If it's not having to do, it's all about, when I'm saying it's all about that, it's all about bringing in the wellness to the collective. If it's not doing that, here's what I'm going to suggest to some of you who are artists. Okay, I get it. You may want to, connect to a particular crowd to get what you got to get resource-wise. But you're messing with vibration and frequencies when it comes to sound. And your words, death, and life are in the power of the tongue. Be very mindful as to what it is that you're doing. Because when it comes to these jinn energies around here, better know who you are. It's the age of knowing. You better know who you are. And if there's athletes on here that watch this channel and you notice that you're not doing that sport no more, like myself, that was just training camp, my love. God, that was just training camp. Because you got a temperament that was the only thing that would calm you down subconsciously. Because you come with the power that's just as strong as Medusa's. And once you're able to temper that, it doesn't matter if it's a reflection of you. You can easily turn things into stone. especially when it comes to whatever it is that is not here to bring unconditional love onto this planet. Okay. There's a lot of great mythologies out there that can really help you to hear the resonance of your soul, your own soul. This is why certain things, tower moments happen to put you in this space of stillness so you can finally listen. I'm going to tell you something right now, collective. You don't know this, and until you experience it is when you get to know it. The dark night of the soul is a beautiful space to be in because you can hear the Most High speak to you. You can hear your higher self. You can be in communication with your higher self, where you can finally merge it with self. So that whenever you go through these type of paths listed as dark nights of the soul is more so of a learning experience. You can see it as a learning experience initially, not after the third time, or 15th, or 20th, or 30th. I don't know your life. Okay. But I'm going to tell you this. As you're going through a process of one thing to the next, let's say you had to cut yourself off of something in order for you to experience joy. That midpoint, be mindful of your vibrations and the patterns of your emotion within 3 days. Okay? This is okay. So when you go through those moments of transformation, right? I'm literally not even here right now. The source says, go live. So here I am. It's not going to be comfortable, but you have to get uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable is something you don't know. It's something you don't know, but you know. Because this is what you do when you're working hard and not smart. You're always putting yourself in a state of being uncomfortable. Okay? There are so many things that we have given value to. Based on the way we support it. Money wouldn't be anything but a piece of paper depending on how we perceive it or what its use of it is for. So that wick is literally in the shape of a 9 though. A whole 9, like a perfect 9, like it's literally curled like this. I would show you, but I don't want to carry it over this way and the shit turns off. I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. A spiritual warrior is one who knows unconditional love. So when there is an unconditional love, it gives you Kali, it gives you Sekhmet, it gives you Tiamat, it gives you all those divine dark feminines that are full of love, so much so that any scent of what isn't so. Jupiter in Pisces is going to bring those of you who are tuning into this message, because you're hearing it, and this is the message to you. Jupiter in Pisces is going to bring clarity to your vision. You're extremely fertile at this time. Step more into that nurturing energy and disconnect from what isn't. When you hear the warrior in me, it's because I'm waking up the warrior within you. For those things that makes it hard for you to say no to without explaining yourself. Some of you, that may mean not even giving a response because it leads you to giving an explanation. And then you end up overstepping your boundaries. Okay? Do not feel guilty about what you know you're supposed to be doing. Do not feel guilty about what you know you're not supposed to be doing. Do not feel guilty about what you know you're not supposed to be doing and you're not going to do it. Overstand. Shout out to Third Eye Focus. I understand and overstand. Ashe Goddess. So I'm not here to make you understand nothing or to get you to understand. I'm not here to make you do shit. Especially understand. Nah. Ace of Wands. Let's get to it. What's this Ace of Wands? What's at the bottom? Seven of Cups. And the World card popped out of this deck like that. With the Knight of Wands. There's a closing here that brings you into creative ideas, or there's a message that comes to you that allows you to close out this cycle because it reignites your passions, because you got that message about 2 times already. For some of you, this is a Sagittarius that's coming back around here, or an Aries. If there's a Sagittarius coming back around, this could be they have personally developed themselves. 2111 could be significant. Let's see what 2111 talks about. To be in timber, to be in terror, tremble, to shake violently. Some of you have been thinking of fasting. Go for it, even if that means for a day. A clean out 24-hour cleanse. No water, no food, no nothing. No water or food. Just you and source for a 24-hour period. If you want to extend it further, do you. But the most you can do without water, to be safe, would be 3 days. But because that would be an Esther fast as far as the text in itself. feminine. Over troubled waters. You're over troubled waters. Six of Swords. You could have Mercury in Aquarius, which means you're in Aquarius, possibly. Look at these two. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. Look at this. Let me put these here because these fell down. I'm telling you. You have Sekhmet. Does she have the skull? Yeah, she sure do got a skull on her forehead. And Shekinah, the presence of divine feminine. I'm telling you, in the Sekhmet's energy or Kali's energy that's present right now. So, okay. Some are receiving warnings. Others are past that. You're going to see the consequence of disregarding the warning. I'm not going to say you, but I'm just saying as I'm getting this energy and I'm just reading it. Now, that's not you in terms of the consequence of ignoring a warning. It could be someone around you. You listening to what I'm saying right now, there are things you can do on a neutral base where it's not so much intruding on someone's energy, but literally asking source for grace throughout this part of the journey, especially for you, mainly for you, because you asking for grace for yourself, that could be what helps someone else. So you don't intrude on someone else's energy, because I get it. Some of you have people that are close to you that you want them to shift, but you can't wake them up before time. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody wakes you up before your alarm clock goes off, you gonna be upset. So just ask for grace for yourself to be able to handle your shift, because they could be the perfect catalyst on your journey in terms of you accepting yourself and where you're at without having to put others on that path with you, because you see how great it is. But also remember, what you had to experience to reach that point. You think everybody wants to do that? Nah, not before time. So Sekhmet is telling you, asking you to say to yourself, I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Shekinah or Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine, is stating that at the center, solar plexus of everything, there is light. And I am that light. That is the divine feminine within the masculine and the feminine. Okay? At the center of everything, there is light. And the divine feminine is that light. It's the light that is birthed through the darkness, literally. Especially when we're speaking of ascension and expansion, because right under the third solar plexus, the third chakra, solar plexus, is the sacral, which is the incubator of birth, or, to grow things. Then you have Yeshi, or Yeshi, Dios Gyal, Lady of the Lotus born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss, and my body was made for enlightenment. Your vessel was made for enlightenment. It shouldn't be a challenge to remove anything that takes your light away. But there's so many programs or paradigms you're connected to that you have to literally cut cords out of to be able to see that your body was made for that enlightenment. And that's I've reached a point where it's not at each level, but it's to a certain extent. Because once you reach a certain point of your ascension, you'll notice you would come across more like a monk or some shit. Not some shit, but you know what I mean? Because you find yourself separating yourself from so many things, but it brings you peace and it's not something you feel guilty for. And this is what I mean when it comes to you not feeling guilty for the things that you are not going to do because you're not supposed to. And when I say not supposed to, because it doesn't align with your soul's purpose. Your soul lives on forever. And that's why the inhabitants of this planet cannot all be immortal. Not everyone wants to connect to their soul. Not everyone has it because they don't want to connect to the soul, and others just don't, because you may come from a different galaxy where you thrive off of war. See, a spiritual warrior goes to war. You can thrive from it, but that's not the end all be all for that type of power, that type of being. Everything is love. Give me a second. Let me just see what this flame talking about, because there's a lot going on. So one thing I'm seeing is that some of you have lower back pain on the right side. It's because you're holding on to something that no longer serves you. You're overthinking it. Because the lower back, as far as below the, like, once we get to the shoulders, your left brain is controlling the right side of your body. And the left brain speaks a lot about logic. So there's something you are overthinking when it comes to letting go. This could be someone who lives in New York, or you could live in New York, because right now it's 718. Or this could be someone who has transcended, that was born 1918. Something about the tailbone too. Yeah, some of you are going through certain things on the right side of your body because you're overthinking something. You're not allowing the will of your intuitive power to step in. And it puts you in this hangman-like position. But there's a tower that's coming in to get you out of that. What's the tower? The tower, financial and material changes. So there could be a shift when it comes to your finances if you're still holding on to something that no longer serves you. Yeah, because it's deceptive and envious of you. So you're holding on to something that wants to see you low. So it's going to manifest if you keep holding on to it. When it comes to your foundations and achievements, this could be family members too. Or someone very close to you. I'm telling you, from now to the end of the year, you're going to see a lot of hidden enemies pop through. You may hear from certain people. It's going to feel like Mercury retrograde is speaking of. The next one is the 29th of December, which is Two of Pentacles. And I feel like because of the way we tap into messages over on this channel, they could already be stepping in. You could resolve it to clear that out by then. So you have, yeah, this is something that you've been suffering in silence about. This could be a Gemini, or this could be a sibling. And the light just went lower. That light just literally got small again. The flame did. 5-9. We have 14 here, January 4th. Passion ignited. Talk to me. The tower again. And the candle just popped and there's two flames now. It literally sounded like passion was ignited with this tower. The way it came back on into this big flame again. $722. There's something you're building you're going to have great success in, but you have to keep moving forward. There's a decision you have to take action on. You have to move forward. It's not the most comfortable thing you have to do, but you have to do it. You know you have to do it. Whoever I'm speaking to, you know who you are. Or this could be someone around you. Solitude. Yep. This tower moment is going to put you in a space of solitude for you to actually listen to what you've been guided to listen to this whole time, to look at the bigger picture so you can take action. And I just saw Dos Equis, like the commercial Dos Equis, and Dos Equis, 2 X's, is a judgment card. This has gone on for ages when it comes to your bloodline. Let me see, what's this about? This could have been something from January 4th to May 9th of 2016. Third eye. You could be having visions of this constantly in 2016 though. Yeah, you're becoming more aware of this. 616 could be significant. That's been a big number today. 616 and 6161. Which would be the Lovers, and the Magician. And as far as the Tool of the Magician and the Lovers card, which would be the Sword, you have to be logical about this. So this is someone who uses more of their intuition. You're being asked to use more of logic at this time to be more in tune with the age that you're currently in. Why that just gave me awareness granted by experience, age. Your awareness was granted due to your experience. You could be a Libra, or this could have something to do with a Libra or partnerships. Where your growth happens because of confrontation. Yeah. Your growth happens because of confrontation, and this is Saturn in Pisces, emotional withdrawal, 8 of Cups, walking away from what no longer serves you. This is something that stops you from speaking and thinking, that you're disconnecting from. And this new moon in Scorpio did not play with you, because they want you to rest and rejuvenate. Jupiter and Libra. So you can move forward at a much rapid pace, almost like a shooting star. Like a star. That's 8/8. You could be born in 88 as well. Or 8/08, August 8th could be significant. Segments energy. Bringing in new beginnings. 8/08. Literally. Boom like an 8/08. Firm foundation. And it came out this way, but we're going to do this upright. That would be the 4 of Pentacles, which is Sun in Capricorn. Clarity about whatever it is that has been restricting you in order for you to move forward from whatever it is that you have to emotionally withdraw from. The deception and envy once again. Give me a second. Okay. So let me get some more cards for y'all here. Just be wise, y'all. Just be wise. Okay. The other thing is, some of you are, as you know, already spiritually gifted, and it's time for you to step out your comfort zone. Okay. when it comes to assisting the collective. Don't worry about how many likes you get, who's following you, who's not. Get your message out there. This ain't about that type of material thing as far as who's watching you and who's not, to how many likes you get in this, that, or whatever. It's not what you came here for. Don't get wrapped up in the nonsense. It looks good, but yeah. Let's get another message here. Look at the bigger picture. It's time to take action. Full moon in Sag, new moon in Aries. Look at the bigger picture. It's time to take action. You got the Ace of Wands twice. You see this whole new beginning that's coming through here? Because the Death card first, the Fool, and then the Ace of Wands. Take a leap of faith into this new beginning of personal development. What's at the bottom? Ooh, Ten of Wands. What a beautiful story. Because after the Ten of Wands will be the Ace of Wands. So this is the use of the release of your burdens. Because for some of you, I feel like you still hold on to them, but you figure out exactly what you're supposed to do with these burdens, because now you're looking at the bigger picture, full moon in Sag. This is Saturn in Sagittarius. So you've gone through a lot of obstacles and challenges for you to see, actually to put you in a position to put yourself in a position of higher education through self-knowledge. There's so much more you can achieve through your own structure than what society structure is telling you that, this is where you would excel. This is how you reach the top. Their top is nowhere near where you've come from. Death card is here. That's Scorpio energy. Then that's speaking to Pluto. Planet's quite far, if you ask me. So much so it was disregarded as a planet. Like, there's a lot of Mars and Pluto energy here, though. So it's definitely time for you to take action on these burdens that you're holding on to. You can either use it or it's going to use you. But you better choose, and quickly. For some of you, the best way of stepping out of fear, study your North Node. Because you could be carrying a burden from a past life here. Or old belief system that death is coming in to remove it. Then you have the Six of Swords. You're not moving forward when it comes to what? Stepping into your power. This is someone who is generous and honest. You're a giver. You're very wise. You have a strong spirit of leadership. But there's a belief system that you're still connected to. This could be what others believe you should be doing, that you are connected to. This don't got to be about religion. This could simply be your partner, or a certain way of communicating that is stuck at the back, or more so at the front of your mind, about who you are when you know that's not you. Because I see a bright new beginning here. Okay? But you're surrounded by all this clouded judgment, even through all the personal development. Not trusting your gut instincts here. And for some, a physical death makes you move forward. And as blunt as I'm going to be as a Sag, that's the importance of you being authentic, doing what you do, minding your business, and minding your business, not caring about what anybody thinks about you minding your business. Do what you got to do, because you can liberate them from their mental slavery as to what you're doing may not even seem morally correct. I'm not saying disrespect yourself, though. Some of you, that was your rite of passage. Stop holding on to that. You're still here. You wake up. You're up today. You're up right now. All you got to change. All you got to do is change your mindset about all this other things that you think about, of who you used to be. Some of you is holding you back from moving forward because you don't want it to come out. Let me tell you. The more spiritually inclined you are, that should be the least of your worries. If you're going to worry about what anybody has to say about your past, it should be more so the way the laws of physics handles that type of frequency when there isn't anything for it to connect to. If we're going to be practical about it. For every action is an equal opposite reaction. So, what's keeping them stuck here? Healing. 6 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Overthinking it. Here we go again. And for some of you, you know who you are. Your body is responding to whatever it is that you're overthinking. More than likely, you probably were born 9/13, or you have Mercury in Virgo. From the way I'm seeing this. Or 9/4, you could have Venus in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo. Six of Cups, stuck in the past. Let's see. And it's not allowing you to move forward. This shit literally came out and flipped around. Because this is somebody who would do what they're supposed to do, even if that meant by themselves. But you know you're not by yourself, because now you're on a spiritual journey. This is a pilgrimage card. Some of you are not willing to take that because you want to carry others with you that cannot go with you. You know this already. You know this already. This is literally the Sun in Aries card. And you got the Fool card out here too. The Fool card is upright. But there's a transformation that has already happened. You have already personally developed, but you're still doing the same things as if a person hasn't even gone on the spiritual journey. I ain't coming at you. This is just what the message is. There's a truth that you still have to. There's a truth of the past that still hurts you, that you need to get real uncomfortable and lay on that sword of truth. In order for you to see the clarity in the deception. Because some of you are still creating this story around the deception where it's not even. This is overstepping your boundaries, basically. You could be repeating a cycle of someone that was born 1938, 38, 39. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles. That's specific to someone here. As far as a generational wound, it comes from 1938, 1939. Keeps you in this state of indecision. A child of Ra, but connected to Set. So there's this battle within yourself of jealousy and envy, but also wanting the best for all, because you have that same battle within yourself. And it's just showing in your environment. This could be someone around you, and this is the clarity that you're receiving. So don't, for those of you that, if this is someone around you, stop taking it as if this person is coming at you. They're coming at themselves. Especially if you know what they're saying has nothing to do with you, because it's not you. Seven of Pentacles, divine timing is at play. There's an earth angel approaching you. You ask for a wish, there's an earth angel approaching you to give you clarity. Yep, about whatever it is that you keep going in and out of. And you know good and well you got a moon in Sag. You know good and well, even your dreams are telling you about this. Enough is enough. Conversation is coming. Not the most comfortable one, but it has to be done. Venus in Aquarius could be with a friend. Aries, it's time to take action. Clean the slate. Look at the bigger picture. You could be a moon in Sag. This person could be in Aries. Jupiter and Pisces actually coming in to intervene. I'm getting that that's the Tower moment. Yes, that's the Tower moment, because we're right back to the Ten of Wands. Some of you have to get more used to, some of you have to get more used to being with self. Others, you have already processed that, but you're still moving as if you didn't go through that journey. Virgo. Let me see what's coming up after this. Give me a second before I say anything. What's at the bottom? Justice. Okay. Balance. Balance. We have the Eight of Cups, Pisces, and the Five of Wands, Leo. Saturn. These are both Saturn cards. For some of you, there's a Leo and a Pisces that you have to disconnect yourself from. All of these cards are Piscean cards. No, not Piscean cards. Two of them are Pisces cards. One is a Leo. This is blocking your creativity. There's a challenge that you constantly go through. You know this is blocking your ability to create. This could even be for some of you having children. Two of Wands, crossroads. Some of you feel like you're running out of time to do something in particular. If you feel like you're running out of time, I'm going to tell you right now, that's an excuse to yourself for not doing what it is that you must do to get to where you want to be. Especially if you are physically, mentally, and spiritually healthy, and that's what you're saying to yourself. There could be an imbalance, obviously, but I feel like if you feel like you're running out of time and those three are down pat, this could either be a situation that you don't want to do and you're doing it just to prove a point. And for others, it's more so realizing it's not the time that you don't have, it's the effort you're not putting into it. And if you realize once you put effort into it, you're not getting where you're supposed to, based on where you want to be, not what others, feel like you should be. That's a moment for now you to decide if this is something you want to continue doing. Okay. We have the Emperor and the Three of Cups. This could also be a battle amongst family members, communication. Some on a third dimensional state. Allow your angels and your spirit guides and ancestors to fight your battles so you can prepare for the war. Some of you in a higher dimension while living physically in this third density. This is a delusion you're still connected to. So you're possibly recreating certain battles, especially with the Emperor here. Your heart is focused on the wrong thing. I don't even like using the words right or wrong, but it's coming out that way because for someone who has ascended and expanded so much, you should be more connected to cause and effect. I'm not telling you what you should do, but just hear me out. There should be a better connection to the cause and effect than what's right or wrong. Because now you're able to see things energetically. And you're able to move forward with love. Literally, for some of you, love comes in once you do so. Okay? So, I'm going to pull one more card. It's great to see you all. The energies are quite thick right now. Your girl got work to do. So, I have to come check y'all though. Feel me? I have to come link up with the tribe though. Appreciate y'all more. The tortoise. You're being asked to have patience, be persistent, and resourceful. You're being guided to be mindful, enjoy each moment, and have patience with yourself and others. Taking small steps forward will deliver you to huge accomplishments. Small steps. Don't get distracted by what someone says about the small steps you're taking. Because those small steps is going to lead you into a quantum leap. Because for some of you, you're like a frog where you're having to release a lot of toxic energy or that 10 of Wands energy, those burdens, that heavy load, so you can actually leap, operate in your natural function, you know. And then we have the Griffin. Ooh. Harry Potter. Balance, clarity, and spiritual enlightenment. So much just happened at one time, and I got 2 pops from the candle. All right. Blessings to you, my love, Viva. Thank you for your energy exchange. Balance, clarity, spiritual enlightenment. You are being guided to find a harmonic balance of your mind, body, and soul. The abundance you seek already exists within you. You are strong, independent, and fearless. Wow. Take flight, take off, and achieve what you desire. You are being guided to find a harmonic balance of your mind, body, and soul. The abundance you seek already exists within you. You are strong, independent, and fearless. Take flight and achieve what you desire. Okay? That is your final message. I love you. I will see you on the next live. I don't want to say later tomorrow, the next one. Love you.